I've just come to the conclusion that I did not. I have to go and I have to make a new template. Like I have to individually go add every single show I've ever watched. Jesus Christ. Thank you. Say goodbye to. Though it's the end of the world. Don't blame yourself. Don't fuck with us Dragon Ball fans. We haven't seen the show. This art is so ass. DVS getting so plasticky is so ass. One Piece. Honor X Honor. Orimiya. This will actually be a pretty fun list, I think, all things considered. Because this is an all-timer list. I'm just going to type that. Okay, so like, I'm going through, right? And I'm obviously going through everything. And I am looking for the shows that I need to put into the tier list, right? Why the fuck, if you look up just citrus, something that is a completely normal thing to look up, do you get this shit as the second result? What the fuck? By the way, if you don't know what this is, it's fucking Yuri. It's softcore porn. What the fuck? Okay. I did it. I've done it. I think I have accumulated every show that I've ever watched into this list. Okay? So, what we're going to do is, if you couldn't obviously tell, I wanted to just get a video out. Just in general, I wanted to get a video. And I wanted to slowly start getting back into it. And the way I wanted to do that, is make a tier list, right? So here's what we're gonna do. I believe, every anime manga I've ever read or watched. Oh shit. Wait, there's one more. There's one more. Sorry. Now I've added, I think, every single anime manga that I have consumed in my lifetime. Right? We're going to just go in random selected order. This is my way of mixing it up. Right? Okay. So we're going to rename this tier Top 5 of all time, right? Very important tier. This will exclusive to top five because I think my top five is the most important, and like I think top five kind of gaps a lot of the list going forward. I think we'll have this one, this tier, be called all timers because I believe, these are shows that of all time, right? Like these are shows that like have been around either a long time or like notoriously are known for just being good, right? We have our sleeper picks. Let's not put sleeper picks there yet, right? We'll put these as must watch, right? Or must watch / read because there is a couple manga on here, right? Must watch or read, right? We'll have this tier as sleeper picks, and I will say I will be adding tiers going forward if I feel necessary. And trust me, these 5 tiers are not going to be, they're not going to be 5 when we're done. I will definitely add more before then, right? Okay. For the last tier, hot garbage, right? Okay. So, it's pretty obvious what I'm doing. The goal of this is to get myself back into creating content of some kind. And this is something I've kind of wanted to do for a long time because the last time I did this was like a couple years ago, and I've consumed a lot of shit since then. A lot of good shit and a lot of bad shit since then. So, I think this is a good way to do that. So, let's begin. Starting with Fate Stay Night Heaven's Feel. Okay, so there's like almost every Fate on this list in terms of the main line Fates. I'm not going to get into Fate stuff if you don't understand. Fate Stay Night Heaven's Feel, right? It's probably the most crazy alternative route of the 3 Fate Stay Nights, right? Heaven's Feel is actually movies, which if I wanted to, I should add movies to this list. Matter of fact, give me 1 second. Okay, I've added 2 movies in particular. These 2, right? I've added 2 movies in particular. These 2. So, okay, Fate Stay Night Heaven's Feel. It's a series of 3 movies. One came out like last year, I think, or like 2 years ago. I would put these. See, already need some tiers, right? Let's add a tier below. Let's make it like, I don't know, what's like the color that's like coordinated the best with this? Purple? The problem is it's between like, oh, what the fuck? Oh, the new tier. Make the new tier like a light green. And then we'll make like the yellow like a blue. And then we'll make hot garbage a darker blue. There we go. Now it's doable. Alright. It's interesting because I feel like, okay, if you don't already get the gist of Fate, it's really hard to rank these because they are all the same, like, overarching plot. It's just a very different way it goes. It has all the same characters that all kind of meet up in the same ways. This route, though, is just so batshitly different than every other route of Fate Stay Night. Like, I'm gonna put it in all right for now. This can change. This can change as the list goes on, but for right now, it's on all right. Dragon Ball Super. Look, without Dragon Ball Super, Dragon Ball would be dead. Right? And all things considered, Dragon Ball Super isn't that bad. If you don't give a shit about anything relating to Dragon Ball and only care about fights. Right? It kind of is a detriment to everything DBZ built up. Right? You've heard it all before. Dragon Ball Super sucks. DBZ's like Jesus Christ. But I mean, there's a reason for that. And because Dragon Ball Super is It's hot garbage. Um, no, I think that's unfair. See, we're already adding new tiers. We're already adding new tiers. We're already adding new tiers. I can't believe it, guys. We are already adding new tiers to my tier list. Absolutely immaculate, right? It has its moments. I think this is a perfect way to describe Dragon Ball Super. I think it has its moments. Dragon Ball, like Goku, UI Goku versus Jiren, fantastic example. Phenomenal fight. Oh my god. Broke the internet. Say what you will about it, everything, right? People were watching it on fucking porn sites. Porn sites were fucking crashing. Like, this show, when it was time to do some cool shit, it nailed it. Okay? Say what you will about the continuity errors and like the loopholes and like why it doesn't make any fucking sense and how they derailed Goku's entire character. I mean, like, those are all valid criticisms, but I mean, at the end of the day, Dragon Ball Super set out to make toys and merchandise, and it did a fantastic job. So, Dragon Ball Super has its moments. Fate Apocrypha. So I think this is the only non-Fate Stay Night Fate on this list. Well, Fate Zero, but that's still, I guess it's not Stay Night. Anyway, Apocrypha. Basically, what if the Holy Grail War was like on steroids, right? What if the Holy Grail War was ridiculously, like, we made the impact like times 10? Apocrypha is a sleeper pick. Now, you may notice really closely, if you look at this image, you'll see a very familiar face. That is Astolfo. This is the show Astolfo is from, and that's the reason I started watching Fate, was because of this character, right? Now, one thing I hate about this series, or more specifically Astolfo, is how mischaracterized Astolfo is outside of this show. In this show, Astolfo is really cool. Like, Astolfo is very, like, dependent or independent and just super good. Like, just the character's really good, right? And everyone just uses them as gooner bait, and it makes me really sad because Astolfo is such a cool character. Fate Apocrypha, Jeanne d'Arc, amazing, like, overarching story. It is literally I feel like the definition, which, by the way, this should go above this. It is literally the definition of, like, what Fate, it's the best culmination of what Fate at its core is supposed to be, with all these very interesting characters and stories and how their different morality from their different time periods, like, clash and, ideals. I mean, it's a sleeper pick. I don't think enough people watch Fate Apocrypha. Most people just watch Fate Stay Night and Fate Zero. But, oh my god, Fate Apocrypha is a banger. Sleeper pick. You should watch it. The original 2007 Fate Stay Night. Look, man. If you ship Shiro and Saber, right? I know, crazy start. If you really like Saber, you will enjoy Fate Stay Night 2007. It might not even be 2007. I'm going to keep calling it 2007, and people can get mad at me. This fucking show, the only real difference between this one and Fate Stay Night Unlimited Blade Works, which is right here, the only difference, you know what, we'll just do that one next. Let's get the Fates out of the way. Fate Stay Night is that this one is, like, super focused on Saber and Shiro's relationship, but more specifically Saber. The only difference is that this one is just better, and it has a wider focus on a better focus on Shiro, right? But the OG Fate Stay Night, super hard focus on Saber. I think that this show it's all right. Heaven's Feel is way better by a lot. By a lot. I honestly want to make a tier above this one, in between sleeper picks and alright, but I don't know what to call it yet, so I'm not going to. If you want that old-timey kind of like early 2000s animation, it does it well. The fights are still really good in this show, and I mean, it's a great introduction into what Fate is supposed to be, even though you should watch Fate Apocrypha anyway. But, like, if you don't want to, for some weird reason, Fate Stay Night is not a bad place to start. Fate Stay Night Unlimited Blade Works. I feel like this is a must-watch. If you know nothing about Fate, this is also this is a better place to start than this one, right? And this is the original route. Face Night Unlimited Blade Works is just a really good show. It's animated beautifully because Ufotable just decides to snap on every Fate project ever, right? I mean, like, the fights are great, the story's great, the route is great. It has one of my favorite things ever, which is a battle of ideals. I think that's such a fucking cool concept that, like, I know a lot of shows do it, and, like, stories in general, where it's like the fight goes beyond what just killing each other or whatever. But this has one of the best examples of that, and the plot twists with Shiro and Archer. I mean, if you don't already know what it is, bro, it's so good. Fate Stay Night Unlimited Blade Works. Holy shit, watch it. It's really good. Love, Chunibyo, and Other Illusions. Okay, I watched this show in 8th grade. And because if you don't know, I'll put an image up on the screen. This is the girl for the eye patch. And, like, a couple of these shows, another one, Wonder Egg Priority, you'll see with this girl. A lot of these shows come strictly, I watch them because of the girl was really popular at that time in those, like, 2010s, like mid to late 2010s, or like early to mid 2010s, where these girls got really popular, and this is the eye patch girl that does the little dance with her fingers, right? From what I remember, this was all right. It was just a kind of like an okay romance anime. The plot is kind of interesting. It starts out with, like, this girl who believes she's, like, a sorcerer or something, but she's, like, really fucking committed to it. Committed is even, like, not enough justice. Like, she dead ass believes in magic and that she is a wizard, right? And the main guy just kind of goes along with it because he feels bad at first, but then he starts kind of playing along with it. The really tragic part where I'm not gonna say anything, but there's a really tragic part in this show that's really good. I mean, it's all right. I think the premise is interesting because I think the main girl, Ryuka, I don't remember. I think it has something to do with an R, but the main girl is really, really, like, in depth and interesting. Not so much the main protagonist, but again, this is an alright show. It's a classic for the girl specifically, and it doesn't disappoint. It's a good watch, right? Ooh, I think that's what I'll call this tier. A good watch. Oh, okay. So, this is our first top 5. Okay. Haikyuu. Let me elaborate something. And this will come back later when we talk about another sports anime on this list. Haikyuu is the literal best example that you can have of a sports anime. Like, the bread and butter of a sports anime, Haikyuu is the best, right? Without a doubt. Because nothing can outdo the formula that Haikyuu perfects. You are literally left on a cliffhanger every single fucking episode. Every single episode. And it's amazing. This show is so addicting. From its characters to its moments to its, like there's nothing that gets you off your feet more than a sports anime, man. And, like, Haikyuu, oh my god, it nails it. Volleyball isn't even that kind of interesting of a sport, but as far as hype sports goes, volleyball is up there. It is straight nuts to butts fucking, slapping ball. Fucking, it's really good. There is a reason this shit is in the top 5, and I will go more in depth on that when we get to another top 5 that's kind of next to this one. But just know, Haikyuu, watch this shit. If you are at all interested in the sports, if you want to get into sports anime, which I highly suggest you do, bro, watch Haikyuu. Go Loser Ranger. Okay, this is one that people have not seen and I will go put it in sleeper picks because it is good. Go Loser Ranger. Let's see. So the idea of Go Loser Ranger, right? So it's obviously a parody of Power Rangers, right? But to give you a main gist, there are essentially Power Rangers in this universe, right? And the main guy, who is this little guy, he is part of like the weekly villain entourage thing, right? But the Power Rangers of this universe are like evil, like capitalistic, like evil people, right? They get their powers from just like their suits and stuff, right? But they play it off as they're fighting aliens fighting aliens every week to protect humanity, right? But these guys, they just keep their abilities are to shapeshift. So every week they just shapeshift into a new like monster for the Power Ranger guys to beat. And if they don't do it every week, the Power Rangers will just kill them. And so our main guy gets tired of following the same regime and like sneaks into the Power Rangers like society stuff, and he transforms himself into a human, and so he goes the whole show trying to become a Power Ranger so that he could flip the system and kill the other ones. So I mean, I think the premise is so interesting, especially with how it plays off of Power Rangers, bro. It is such a cool flip on that concept of like the weekly villain, like masked hero thing. Oh my god. I think you should watch it. It is definitely like, it's not going to make you cry or anything. It's not going to be like super deep or in depth, but I think the concept is really interesting and I think it's really well done. This is a good show to just mix them up a little bit. Pokemon. Is this not literally the perfect tier to put it in? Is this not literally the perfect tier? It's fucking Pokemon. Like, do I have to explain? I'm not going to explain. I don't care if that's the point of the video. If you don't understand why Pokemon is an all-timer, then I don't know what to tell you. One Piece. Okay. Look. One Piece is an interesting case. Because I think the anime is hot garbage. I think the anime is ass and horrible and it's super bad. But there's a reason that the image for it is the manga. Because the manga is a must-watch and a read. I would put it in all-timers. I would put it in all-timers. But I get it. So that's why I'm going to put it in must-watch and read. I get that people don't want to read 1,000-something chapters. I get it. But I promise you, the one thing I can promise you about, you know what, fuck it. I'd put it, it's not above Pokemon, but, well, it is above Pokemon. But I think it's so important to remember, like, there are two kinds of people in this world. There are people that have read One Piece. No, sorry. Rewind. There are two kinds of people in this world. There are people that like One Piece, and there are people that haven't read One Piece. And that is the truest statement ever. You will read One Piece, and you will enjoy it. You will do it. You will enjoy One Piece. You will think it is peak, because it is. It is one of the best written stories ever out there, and it is literally the equivalent of like a modern day Odyssey. Both in terms of influence and just, the voyage thing, right? It is a big ass adventure. One Piece. Need I say more, bro? It is such a good read. I read it in, I think, 7th grade. And it took me 3 months to catch up. I read all of not Alabasta. I read all of Dressrosa in one day, which, if you don't know, is in 110 chapter, I think. 110 chapter arc. I read it in one day. It took 12 hours. Holy shit. Read One Piece, man. Don't watch that shit. That shit is ass. Read One Piece. I promise you, it is so worth it. You will not regret it. You will like One Piece. I promise. Soul Eater. This one, this one, this one gets a special category. Oh yes, just for this, it gets its own super duper special category. Just for itself. Holy shit, your ending is so ass that it basically ruins the whole show. Yeah, I'm not gonna hold you. Soul Eater is a fantastic show, and I mean this. You should watch it. You should read it. However you want to consume Soul Eater, go for it because I promise you, it's a great show. The aesthetics of that early 2000s animation is chef's fucking kiss. Animation's great, characters are awesome, arcs are great. Everything about this show had it going for it. Except that fucking ending. Oh my god. Oh my god. The anime ending of this show, which is different than the manga is better. The anime ending of this show is so dog shit. I could cry. I could actually cry. You should watch it just to see how bad the ending is. You will enjoy it. It is such a good show, man. It is such a good show. But fuck that ending. Oh my god. Soul Eater, I love it. Jesus Christ. That ending's bad. The Devil is a part-timer. Yeah, this is hot garbage. This might actually be a hot take. If people have watched this show, this might be a hot take for some people. Because this show is like, as far as isekai slop goes, like this is one of the first like early isekai slops. And it's like kind of interesting because like if you don't understand, basically the devil in this other alternate universe gets reincarnated as like a minimum wage worker at like McDonald's, right? But the more he stays in the human world, which is our world, the more he gains his powers back. All right? And so the more like human stuff he does, the more he gains his powers back. So, and this girl with the red hair, her whole thing is she's the knight that was trying to kill this guy in the alternate universe where he was Satan, right? She gets sent here and they have to like live together so they can both mutually agree to get back to, you know, their world. But in the meantime, they gotta work at McDonald's. Like, it is an interesting concept. It is executed funnily, but there's like a couple characters in this show that just ruin the whole fucking thing. There's this girl that has a crush on him, and like there's this weird love triangle between the knight literally trying to kill Satan, and like some random bitch from work. I'm so serious, man. Like the love dynamic of this show is horrible, but that's kind of what it is about. Other than they don't really focus on the main premise a lot, aside from the initial idea. They don't explore it. They're just like, yeah, the more we work, the more our powers come back, and the quicker I can go home. But did you see, like, this girl has a crush on me? It's so weird. I don't like it. I think it's garbage. Whatever. Naruto. It's an all-timer. It's an all-timer. I would not say it's a must-watch. I do not think that it is a must-watch. I think you can go your entire anime life without watching Naruto. And to be fair, it's a long one, but bro, Naruto is the first anime I ever watched. It was literally, it was the, I literally asked myself, I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna see what this whole anime thing's about. And so I watched Naruto on Netflix. All 5 seasons. Bro, This show changed my life. This shit, I remember watching Shippuden on my Xbox 360 on Crunchyroll, bro. Ads and all. Okay? Naruto was a fucking masterclass. And it has some of one of the best arcs ever written. The Chunin exams, literally one of the best arcs in shonen, if not in any manga. Like, genuinely, it is a fucking masterpiece. And I mean, say what you will, it can get really corny, but there's something about Naruto's energy and just his corniness that's so infectious. Yeah, he may be Mr. Power of Friendship, but holy shit, he makes it look so cool. I think this show, I mean, it's an all-timer. People, if you know anime, you know Naruto, right? And man, Naruto, whew, Naruto's good. I would put it above Pokemon for me, but Jesus Christ, it's good. Oramiya, god damn, we are going through bangers right now. Okay, Oramiya. I think this is in a similar position as Haikyuu. I think this is in a similar position as Haikyuu, and I'd put it above Fate. I think that Oramiya is the best romance anime to follow the main idea, like the main tropes of a romance anime. And the reason I say this specifically is because by, like, spoilers, I guess, by episode 5, this is a 12 episode anime. By episode 5, the main couple, we've seen their whole arc, their whole thing gets established. They are now a couple. And we spend the rest of the show fleshing out every single individual side character. And they do it beautifully. All of these characters somehow find a way to get together. They all have such unique relationships with one another that you know exactly how this character will act to this character, and this character reacts to this character, and like everyone gets fleshed out, and they do it perfectly. It doesn't feel bloated. We still get cute moments between the main cast, and like, oh my god, it does everything you want a romance anime to do perfectly. It's amazing. I love it. Oramiya is a very good position. Now, I think there are better romance animes than this because they're romance animes that break conventional tropes. And those are the ones that really shine. But as far as like just a romance anime, bro, watch it. If you like romance anime, you gotta watch Oramiya. You have to. You have to watch Oramiya. Alright. Sword Art Online. I don't care what anyone says. Look, okay, maybe not above Pokemon. Okay, look. If you weren't there, I don't want to hear it. If you were not there when SAO was airing, I do not want to hear shit. Bro, SAO, when this show came out, blew niggas away. Like, y'all don't remember. SAO was the hottest shit around for like a year. But SAO got put on the map super hard in like made isekai as a genre really. I say isekai, it kind of is, but the idea, right? The idea is not lost. It really put that shit on the map. Sword Art Online Season 1 is really good. There is a reason this show popped off, and it is SAO Season 1. SAO Season 1 is a phenomenal season, aside from the ending. But we're getting to that. SAO is such a good fucking show. If you have not seen Season 1 of SAO, watch it. Before you shit on me, watch it. And actually watch it. Like, it is a good show between the character dynamics, the world building, everything. Season 2 is a fucking disaster. Holy shit. It is so uncomfortable. The main person, Sinon, this girl, I know a lot of you niggas have seen Sinon. Fuck this character. I fucking hate Sinon. She ruins the second season. She made it so fucking bad. Season 3 is actually kind of decent. Season 4 is also really decent. I really like season 4. A lot of people hate season 4. I like season 4. Kirito, the main guy, has a really bad symptom of main character problem, and the entire show is ran around him. Literally, the government of Japan's government. This guy is like a super soldier for Japan's government when it comes to video games. Like, it's so fucking funny. Sword Online is good. It is an all-timer. If you were not there, shut the fuck up. This shit put isekai on the fucking map. It put isekai on the map as a genre that can succeed. It didn't have to be a Naruto. It didn't have to be a Bleach or a Dragon Ball. It put isekai on the map. Shut the fuck up. SAO Season 1 is an all-timer. It's an all-timer. It's an all-timer. I will not hear any other slander about SAO Season 1 and 3 and 4. One Punch Man. What a funny show, man. What a funny show. It has its moments, man. I don't have to elaborate. The Boros fight, great. Right? I think One Punch Man as a concept is really cool, too. And if you know anything about the manga of this, right? Obviously, like, it goes crazy. But holy fuck, that's season 3. Man, I really question what we were doing for season 3. After like the first couple episodes, I stopped watching. After the Garo slide, bro, I stopped watching. I stopped watching that shit weekly, man. I'm fed up with this fuck. I have no faith in season 2, part 2. Like, the animators didn't know what the fuck was happening. The producers didn't know what the fuck was happening. Nobody knew what the fuck was happening. Nobody knew anything about what the production is like. Like, everyone, just no cohesion from anyone on anything. They were, like, barely even releasing the episodes, bro. Like, no one agreed on anything. That season 3, part 1, they need to redo it. I'm so serious. It's so bad. But, I mean, One Punch Man, I mean, it has its moments. It's very good in some sequences, and I think the overall plot is really good. It has its moments. I'm going to spoil you. This is number 1. Hunter x Hunter. I literally think it has the best arc ever written. Now, have I read every arc and everything? No, but I'm pretty sure none of them would beat the Chimera Ant arc. I'm just keeping it a buck with you. There's nothing that was quite moving like this, bro. Nothing was moving like Hunter x Hunter. I watched this show on my phone, on an app, right? And I binged. I remember, like, I would watch it per arc. I got through the first, like, 12 episodes, which I think covers the first arc, and I was like, this is pretty good. And then it goes off the fucking rails. Maybe not off the rails, but it goes in a direction that I did not expect. This main cast, the main 4 on the cover here, they all get split up, other than Gon and Killua, right? And, like, Gon and Killua are the best duo besides Goku and fucking Vegeta. They're so fucking... Their chemistry is so funny. They're, like, the childhood, like... Bro, they're so precious. They're so fucking precious. They're... And the Chimera Ant... Bro, look, I can't put into words how fucking good Hunter x Hunter is. I can't do it. It's like a 140 episode watch. Bro, go watch it. Oh my God, go watch it. It is one of, if not the best thing I've ever seen in my life. Hunter x Hunter is an all-timer for a reason. An all-timer that's creeping into my top 5. Not creeping. Fucking gapping in my top 5. Watch Hunter x Hunter. Holy shit. Code... Oh my God. God damn it. Okay, look. Code Geass, Lelouch the Rebellion. I mean, call me a bot. It has the best ending to any show or like anything I've ever seen. I think it's so enjoyable to watch. It has such an interesting power system. In that season 2, oh my fucking God, season 2, bro, shit gets off the fucking rails. it's hard to describe because Code Geass is a very complicated show. It's very hard to describe like what makes Code Geass quite as good as it does. But let me just say, like, Code Geass, you need to watch it to kind of understand what I'm talking about. And if you have watched a little bit, or you like know generally what it's about, you know what I'm saying, right? This show is really fucking good for a reason, but like, you just gotta watch it. I can't really tell you more. I can't really say anything without being huge spoilers. So, yeah, watch Code Geass, Lelouch of the Rebellion. Very good show. Phenomenal show. Phenomenal. Creeping its way to the top 5. Vivi Fluorite Eyes song. Okay. I'm tempted to put it in here. I'm tempted to put it in here. I'm tempted to put it like, okay. Vivi Fluorite's Eyes song. I got recommended by someone, like a good friend of mine, and I watched it, and it was good. It was good. It was a good show. Like, I enjoyed it. Bro, it has some of the best fight scenes I've seen, like, ever. Like, it's really crazy. And the whole idea is, like, this, like, Hatsune Miku type idol character, is the sole reason that, like, 500 years in the future, like, AI takes over the world. Because of this one Hatsune Miku ass idol character. And so, like, her mission is to just have people enjoy her singing. That's her one goal as an AI. But like, that shit gets blown out of proportion. Like, into it's like this, like, but the butterfly effect is a very common precedent in this show. This show has to do with like time travel and stuff. Very interesting characters. The time travel is handled really well. I This is a good watch. This is a good watch. This is a good watch. This is a really good watch. I think if you just want like something interesting, something new that you haven't seen before, this is my recommendation. This is a good recommendation. Vivi Fluorite Eyes song, really good show. I'd put it right there. Oh, fucking yes. Look, bro. Look, bro. Look. Maybe it's not above Oromia, but bro, Freerun, bro. This shit, losing to Solo Level, I'm still like, I don't even give a fuck. Yeah, it's an anime award, whatever. Freerun, bro. Freerun knocks, like, genuinely, objectively, like, 99% of the things off this list. Immaculate animation, immaculate fight scenes, immaculate writing, immaculate characters, immaculate backstories, immaculate soundtrack. This shit, bro. Freerun decided to mid-max its existence, bro. Like, I'm not even glazing. Like, Freerun, bro, it's a reverse isekai. It not only is it a reverse isekai, but like, it's the best one to ever exist. It just, bro. If you don't know Freerun, right? Freerun is like an elf mage character who the main kind of gist, like the very basic level, is that she as her race ages like 300 times slower than humans do, right? So Freerun has been on a lot of adventures with other groups before, right? Like other groups, because like obviously it takes place in like a wizarding, like magic filled, like hero adventure filled world. So she was a part of like a cast of like characters, right? Like 300 years ago, right? Himmel the hero was like the main guy that she was with, and her whole thing is that she would never get close enough to the people in her party because she knew she would just outlive them. So she never wanted a reason to get close to them. But Frieren, something was different with her party with Himmel. Something happens to her where another one of her parties die. Like all of them died. And Frieren finally gives in and her life view changes. She wants to know more about Himmel and her old party as a way to, because wasn't there for them. Like, she wasn't interested then, but she's interested now. Bro, it's a very, very cool premise. Just a phenomenal show. Watch Frieren. Uzaki-chan wants to hang out. Look. This is the definition of a sleeper pick. I'm not even fucking joking. Yes, this is the girl you're thinking of. This is the girl with the massive tits. And her mom has even more massive tits. And yes, I watched it because the girl has massive tits. Like, a few years ago. I don't know. I was a lot younger. Bro, this show's unironically good. And the whole titty thing is really only used for gags. Like, it's just those shitty anime gags. Like, just fan service stuff, right? But Uzaki-chan, like, the actual overarching, like, love plot of this show is really cute. It's really fucking cute. And it's actually really decent. I think as far as the sleeper pick section, it will not be going below the lowest. It won't be doing that. But to say it's not a sleeper pick isn't, like, it would be a lie. This show is not Gooner bait or anything like that. It is a funny, cute romance anime. Should you watch it if you're interested? I'm not going to say you should. You have to watch it. I would say it's honestly way too far up this list. However, that's where it's going. It is a sleeper pick. Take it or leave it. Baki, bro. I'm so serious. I'm so fucking serious. Baki is a must read, or a must watch. Now I'm aware there's like 4 iterations of Baki. Watch all of them. This show is literally the most entertaining show I've ever seen in my life. It is the singular most entertaining show. Like, it bar none, bro. Because what Baki is doing, it's just... Like, there is a part, right? If you don't know, it's about fighting. It is a fighting anime, right? Shonen, whatever. So, main guy, right, is the son of a guy called Yujiro Hanma. If you have somehow not heard of Yujiro Hanma, here is a picture of him. Here is another picture of him. Yujiro fucking Hanma. Oh my god. Oh my god. He stopped an earthquake because he asked the earth nicely not to. He destroyed an army by himself. This nigga Yujiro Hanma can beat Goku. And it makes for some of the most interesting Toon Force ass things ever. Because while it isn't Toon Force and no one in this show explicitly has superpowers, they have to come up with the most bullshit excuses for everything possible to the point it just gets silly. And it's so fucking funny. And it's so entertaining. Oh my god. I can't put it above Frieren. But oh my god. It is so fucking... You have to watch Baki. Oh my god. It's so funny. Oh, that's such a... It's such a bad one to put next to Baki. Your Lie in April. It's an all-timer. It is a classic. If you're like really into anime, it's a classic. Like, you've heard of Your Lie in April. Your Lie in April is it's a good example of the difference between Oramiya and Your Lie in April. Is like, Oramiya, again, follows that formula to a T, and it perfects it perfectly, creating a fantastic romance anime. But Your Lie in April breaks the boundaries of what a romance anime is supposed to be. If you do not know how this show ends, somehow, if you do not know how Your Lie in April ends, watch it. Watch Your Lie in April. I promise you, you will not be disappointed. It has some of the best side characters. No, I'm thinking of one. I'm thinking of one side character in particular, who is, by the way, the best friend, is the best friend gimmick or trope in the romance anime, except it's done beautifully. And it grows throughout the show, and it's just phenomenal. I love Your Lie in April. Every April, I put on the PFP of Kosei Arima. Watch Your Lie in April. If you do not know how it ends, watch Your Lie in April. I was laughing and crying at the same time. It's a beautiful show. Absolutely stunning. Dragon Ball Z. Bro, come on. It's a fucking all-timer. It's Dragon Ball Z. What do you want from me? Yes, I watched it. Yes, it is that good. Dragon Ball is like the best thing ever made. It changed my life. Okay? I'm not going to elaborate. It's fucking Dragon Ball Z. Okay? Okay. Do I want to tackle this one yet? Do I want to tackle this? Okay. We'll save this one for last. We'll save this one for last. Sakamoto Days. Sakamoto Days. It has its moments. I think it has its moments probably more than anyone else. Like, Dragon Ball Super was on a bigger scale with, like, Goku versus Jiren. And, like, Vegito versus Fusion Zamasu. But, like, Sakamoto Days is literally hype moments in aura. Except it has, like, we got story, too. Like, the actual fight choreography in this manga is fucking insane. One of the craziest... I'll put up the panels right now. This shit. He grabs the fucking bomb. Right? Sorry. Not the bomb. I'm thinking of a different panel. He takes the gun. He's like, okay, I can't shoot this sniper because the bullet won't reach him. So what he does is throws the fucking, like, he throws the bullet out of the gun and perfectly kills the guy. What the fuck? How do you think of this? That is so fucking... I literally sat for like 10 minutes after reading that and like, holy shit, that is so fucking awesome. This show has fantastic themes. The fights, oh my god, are immaculate. The anime is ass, but the live action that's coming out actually looks kind of funny. I love Sakamoto Days is great. If you want a manga to read, like a good like battle manga, Sakamoto Days, bro. It's probably one of the best like new gen. It's up there. It's a really good new gen. I recommend it. Trigun. The old Trigun. Vash the Stampede. It's a good watch. Yeah. It's a good watch. Trigun is definitely, like, it's one of those older ones, but if you know stuff like Cowboy Bebop, this, like, kind of era, bro, Trigun is, you know about Trigun. Trigun is very good. You may be thinking, wait, you're talking about that one show in 2017. No, that one was a remaster and remake of Trigun that heavily deviates from the original Trigun. I mean, it has probably one of the saddest deaths I've ever seen in a show. Fantastic. And this show can be kind of slow sometimes, especially like before we get to the finale, which is like a banger, but Trigun, really good. One of the best plot twists ever, one of the best saddest deaths ever. Really good show. Kill la Kill. It has its moments. I'm not a big fan of Kill la Kill. I understand why people like it so much, and the things it's trying to say about women and stuff I think is really cool as well. I really struggled to get through this show, ironically, because it just felt too fast. I really struggled to keep up with stuff and things that were like going on in this show, because by like the first episode, we have the entire plot of the show established, which I know should be like the idea. Like, yeah, it's the first episode, you want the plot established, but like we get character dynamics, relationships, it sets up everything. Like, I feel like I can't explain it unless you've watched it. Maybe I'm insane, but I found this show so hard to get through because like it moves so fucking quick. Oh my god. And I get that's part of its style and it's a cool idea. And I understand why this is such a like show. It definitely has its moments. Oh, for sure. For sure has its moments, but damn. It's fast. Gun Gale Online. It's alright. It's alright. It's alright. Well, I haven't been above Trigun or even Fate. It's a spin-off series that takes place around the time as season 2 of Sword Art Online does. Except it has no correlation with Sword Art Online season 2 other than the game that they're playing. So it's actually really good because it has nothing to do with season 2. So yeah, it's just a good watch. Just like a generically like, it's cool. It's got all the stuff. Look, Citrus. I watched this show when I was 11 years old, and it taught me that two girls could kiss, which at the time shattered my brain. I was like, damn, I never thought about that. Like, I guess two girls totally could make out. But I rewatched it recently and came to the conclusion that this is just softcore porn. It's Yuri, right? But the actual plot is non-existent. There's no plot. There's just they will literally be talking about something so serious, but how like their relationship is like ruining each other's lives, and then they just have the fucking sloppiest makeout session I've ever fucking seen in my life. Bro, it's just porn. It's actually fucking crazy. I watched it when I was like 11, bro. Citrus, it's up there. It's not good. It's very not good. Samurai Champloo. It's a sleeper. I think this is definitely a sleeper pick. I'd put it above Go Go Loser Ranger. Samurai Champloo is it's an older show, right? Fun fact about this show, the ending song of this anime, Shiki no Uta, the guy that made the soundtrack for this anime is like pretty much the inventor of like modern lo-fi hip hop, like by proxy of this OST. I There's a lot more to go into about that, but if you do your research on it, it's actually really really cool. This show is an aesthetic demon. Okay, like this show is phenomenally like just has such a vibe to it, and the ending is so fucking beautiful. It ends the exact same way it starts, and that's just if you've watched it, you know what I mean. And I think that's really cool. I think it's a phenomenal show. Um, it's definitely a sleeper because it's on the older side, and if you aren't just like more familiar with anime in general, again, this will go under your radar, and I'm here to tell you, try it. You may not be disappointed. Jujutsu Kaisen. I think this is literally the definition of it has its moments. Look, JJK is literally hype moments in aura. It has writing. A common misconception is that it doesn't have writing. Guys, it has writing. And it's like not bad writing either. I think Yuji is a phenomenal character. I think Higurama, who's about to get animated, is a phenomenal character. And not to mention, the fucking glaze that this show gets for its animation is warranted. It has some of the best episodes we've ever seen being put out right now. And envy people that will come back to Jujutsu Kaisen after season 3 is done and we get everything animated and just watch it all in one go. Oh my god. They will be mind blown. This shit is phenomenal. This shit is phenomenal. It has its fucking moments, and its moments are good. Mob Psycho 100. Mob Psycho 100. The best I can say about Mob is like, there's a reason you've heard of this show, because there's no way you haven't. Or you've heard of the opening, because there's no way you haven't. It is just phenomenal in a lot of aspects, man. It's up there with Frieren. Like, it really is. Like, the character development, the feeling of guilt, the feeling of being left behind or not counted out or being counted for, and just like social like norms in general. This show tackles all of it beautifully, and it has amazing fight scenes. The main character's super lovable. Reigen Arataka's in it. I mean, Mob Psycho 100. Bro, if you're an anime person, you gotta watch this shit. You gotta watch it. High School DxD. Bro, look, this shit is a sleeper. I'm so fucking serious. And maybe not so much as I would put Samurai Champloo on there because this shit is a real sleeper. This shit, I'm so fucking dead ass. I'm so serious. Bro, High School DxD has a good plot. You know the whole bit where it's like you watch hentai for the plot? That's what High School DxD is. And people aren't ready to have that conversation. But we've been having this conversation since this fucking show came out. The plot's good. And the way it uses the whole like hentai aspect of it has nothing to do with the main plot. It is more, again, it is more along the lines of Uzaki-chan Wants to Hang Out, where it's like, haha, big titties, right? But this show, like, people are just naked, but like it's not in a weird way. There's specifically this part, right, where at the end, like towards the ending of season 1, where there's just like a girl that's just butt ass naked the entire fucking like time, but like we don't really, like, it's never brought up or mentioned because I mean her clothes got ripped off because someone tried to rape her, like, so they're just gone and they don't treat it as like a taboo or anything. It's just like what it is, and they don't comment on it or anything like that. I think that's cool. I think having that like identity of like, hey, like, cool, you're naked, whatever. We're not gonna just sexualize you all the time. Like, yes, it is hentai. However, it has a good plot. I promise it's actually kind of interesting, and it is has decent fight scenes too. Mashal. I think this show is so funny. I think it's another, like, it has its moments. This show is really funny. It's meant to be a comedy, right? It does a really good job at that. I think the English the dub of it is also hilarious. Alex Lee, the goat. I mean, like, it's about a guy that lives in a world of like magic, has no magic, but he just made up the magic. Like, he made up for his lack of magic by just being like toon forcibly strong, like physically strong. He literally just brute forces everything that the magic people can do. And he does it in some like Baki level bullshit shenanigans. I remember there was this one thing where it's like Quidditch, right? From Harry Potter. You get on like flying brooms and have to put stuff through a net. But like he just moved his legs. Like they were asking him like, why aren't you like moving up there? He just moved his legs so fast that he started flying. That gives you, that should give you a good idea. Like, he just brute forces everything, and it's really funny. The side characters are great. The villains are really good too. And it has something to say about like societal, like, imbalances and stuff, and about upper and lower classes. It's a good show. It has its moments. Oh my god, guys, it's Carnival of Phantasm. I don't want to put it in hot garbage because that implies it's next to citrus, but the show is funny. But the issue with it is that it's only funny if you consumed like fucking 800 hours of fucking content on both the Tsukihime and the Tsukihime and Fate Stay Night side. If you have not done both, you will not get any of the jokes. But if you have, the jokes are fucking hilarious. Look, I'm gonna say it's like not a good watch. Like, that's the problem. It truly is not a good watch. Unless you, like, already know what happens. There you go. If you have context to anything in this show, it's fucking hilarious. I'd probably move it up, honestly. Yeah, that's a good way to put that. If you have context to anything that goes on in this show, on the Fate Stay Night side or the Tsukihime side, it's fucking crazy. Yes, guys, this is the show with Neko Arc in it. Congratulations. You can, like, laugh or whatever the fuck. It's not what Neko Arc's from, okay? But it is the show that wildly has Neko Arc in it. I really have nothing else to say because if you do not have any context, like if you had enough context to know what this is and watched it and thought it was funny, like I don't need to explain to you why it's up here, but like if you don't, there's too much to explain. So just trust me, you're probably not going to watch it, but like, you know, it's up here. It's good. Oh, hold on. Give me 1 second. Yeah, give me 1 second. Give me real quick, right? I think I spelled priority wrong, which honestly makes it better. Wonder Egg Priority is the worst show I have ever seen. Wonder Egg Priority is the one with this girl in it, which again is in the same place as Love Chinubio and Other Disillusions, where it's like you've probably seen this character before, not knowing where they're from. I also was that person, and I tried to find out what they were from and watch their thing. Wonder Egg Priority is really interesting and good up until the finale. Actually, I guess this is the exact reason I made this tier. Until the finale, which they throw everything away, nothing makes sense, everything was a lie, all that bullshit. And then they had an opportunity to redo it by making a like finale movie that changes the ending. And they did the exact same fucking thing again, where none of it makes sense, and you just invalidated everything that happens throughout the entire show. Holy shit. This show is also a fever dream. Just with the first episode, you will just be like, I don't even know where to begin. Wonder Egg Priority has the most ridiculous first episode I've ever seen. Maybe Taco P might be a little higher, but like still like, dear Lord, man. Dear Lord. If you want to have a fucking doozy, bro, get a little piped, wrong word. Get a little high and watch the first episode of Wonder Egg Priority. This shit it's so fucking insane. Brand new animal. I like this show. I thought it was good. If you didn't think it was good, I mean, cool, I guess. Netflix show made by Trigger. Cool Zootopia racism, except they like just actually will kill people. I mean, it's a Trigger show, right? It's really good. I'm a fan of it. I like BNA. And you've probably seen Michiru. You've probably seen this character. Yeah, that's what she's from. I would recommend watching it. I think it is a good watch. Taco P's Original Sin. This is a weird show to rank because I hate this show, but it's undoubtedly really good. Like, I really don't like it. I'm going to put it at the middle area. It has its moments that really stuck out to me as being really good and being really impactful and like really, this is a sad show. This is a fucked up show. This is a horrible show. However, it has important things to say, and some of the moments in the show are done really well and are phenomenally written and animated. This show is animated really well. Bro, I'm going to tell you this. If you want to watch it, watch it. It is like 6 episodes. The first episode ends with the main girl that you first meet hanging herself with a rope that is supposed to make her happy. Like magically make her happy. She hangs herself with it. Because someone killed her dog, who is the only thing on the planet that, like, matters to her. So, do with that information what you will, I guess. I don't really know what to say. Okay. Next up, Fate Zero. So this is to continue the whole Fate idea. Fate Zero is better than Fate Stay Night. Or Fate Stay Night Unlimited Blade Works. But I would not say it is a must watch. Actually, I would. I would say that. Fate Zero is in this weird spot where, like, Fate. You could take either of these to start Fate with. Now, I will tell you, if you start with Fate Zero, you will be much more confused than if you start with this one, with Unlimited Blade Works. However, Fate Zero works way better if you watch Fate Unlimited Blade Works first, and you will understand why this show is a lot better. I feel like it is a must watch because I think Fate by itself takes away so much of the like just anime in general, and being knowledgeable about it is really good because like there's so much IP stuff with it, and I think it is a fantastic series. Fate Zero is a must watch. If you've watched this is a prerequisite. However, this then becomes a must watch. Alright. Here's the thing, y'all. If you don't fuck with Beastars, you're a pussy. I don't make the rules. I don't make the rules. I don't make the rules. If you don't fuck with Beastars, you're just fucking weird. Bro, grow the fuck up. We're not in like middle school anymore. You can watch the show with the animal people in it, because I promise you, the show with the animal people in it is fucking good, man. Okay, this show is really good. Like, really fucking good. I think this biggest turnaway, obviously, is that it has, furries in it. Furry bait, haha. Bro, this show is probably the best allegory for, like, societal structures and racism in, like, any form. Like, there's, like, a whole, like, the Zootopias, right? Of, like, we're going to use racism allegories, but with animals. This is the best example of that. If not just one of the best examples in animated film of just like general social structures and drugs and love and just everything in general, bro. Beastars is a phenomenal show that covers so many different grounds and doesn't feel like it devalues anything that it touches on. So I think if you don't, it is a must watch, bro. If you again are just like on the hate train for this show, then you just like didn't watch it or read it, bro. It is a phenomenal show. Grow the fuck up. Watch Beastars. After God. Okay, this is a sleeper pick, and I did this on purpose. I'll probably put it above High School DxD. Let's move that around. Yeah, that's good. After God is really fucking good. After God is really fucking good. That's better, yeah. It, After God is a manga that takes place in a world where essentially God, just like the rapture kind of, just came down to earth. And like, there's now weird fucking shit going on. Um, and like, there's like different like types of people, and there's this cool power system, and like, the goal is that the main character's goal is to just kill the one true God. Just literally biblically accurate God. It's so fucking sick. It has amazing panels. It has a crazy art style. I mean, Jesus, bro, like whew, it's a banger. It's a banger. Read it. It's very good. Boy Meets Maria. This is a good read. I will put this above Uzaki-chan. It's a very short story that you can read in like 30 minutes, but I think it is super impactful. It's about cross-dressing, transgender stuff. Has a really fucked up, I will say, there's some really fucked up shit with like gender, like gender dysphoria is a huge part of this, and they go all the way with it, man. Like, this shit is, they go all the way with it. Like, it's just a really good read. A Silent Voice, bro. Look, I rewatched this shit recently, man, and just like, it's just one of the best movies. It's my favorite movie. Just in general, favorite movie, bro. Like, it's a fucking masterpiece. If somehow you haven't seen A Silent Voice, bro, watch it. It is the most popular anime film ever made for a fucking reason, okay? A beautiful plot, beautiful animation, a beautiful story, such good representation of deaf people, such one of the best representations of depression in any form of media I have ever seen in my life. And a lot of people agree with me on that too. It is just a fucking roller coaster of just emotions and oh my god. Oh my god. I'll move it up, bro. Fucking Jesus. This movie is so fucking good. There's two left. These are quite the dichotomy. Bubble. Hold on. I need to add a tier for this. I need to add a fucking tier for this shit. I need to add a fucking tier for this shit, bro. I gotta add a fucking tier for this. Look, man. I Okay, look. Bubble is a movie whose plot is so fucking generic and so dog shit and so uninteresting and so boring and so shit. But this is one of the most beautiful movies I've ever laid my eyes on. It has some of the best color palette, the best storyboarding, the best camera angles, some of the best animation ever put to a fucking screen. But it is the most boring fucking movie I've ever laid eyes on. I cannot put into words. This is a Netflix movie. You can go watch it on Netflix. I cannot put into words. If you watch this film and take a second and actually think about what happened throughout the film, it makes no fucking sense. There's no closure. There's no anything. There's nothing happens in this movie. Nothing ever happens. Like there's just nothing there. There's no substance of any kind. But holy fuck, it is beautiful. It is a fucking beautiful ass movie. Oh my god. That Netflix money fucking hit, bro. That Netflix movie, that fucking money hit, bro. Okay. Finally. There's a reason. You may notice. There's one left. And it goes right there next to citrus, guys. I lied. Hunter x Hunter is not. Hunter x Hunter is not my favorite thing ever. Blue Lock. It's interesting. Blue Lock. Okay. Here's the thing. Blue Lock is. There are things on this list. There's a lot of things on this list that are objectively better than Blue Lock. Just in general. Like, I think Haikyuu is also just objectively better than Blue Lock. I think Hunter x Hunter is objectively better than Blue Lock. Code Geass, One Piece, fucking Pokemon I'd put up there. Your Lie in April, maybe. Freerin, definitely. Freerin, fucking definitely, bro. Freerin, definitely. Yeah, I'm gonna keep it real with you. I cannot comfortably put SAO above Freerin. I can't do it. Blue Lock changed my life. I am heavily biased. Blue Lock changed my life. I would not be the man I am. I would not be dating the person that I am dating. The beautiful, lovely, wonderful partner that I have. I would not be dating if it weren't for this stupid book. I think Blue Lock is everything from its morals to its themes to its mentalities and speeches. I think everything about it just vibes with me in a way that I can't get from any other piece of media. I have a tattoo of it because this series has left a landmark on my life that I will never forget. I genuinely will never forget. Blue Lock got me into football in general, and I'm like super into it now. And when this series ends, man, I will be so sad. I have all the manga. Blue Lock changed my life forever. I think you should watch it. I think everyone should watch it. It's not like super profound or anything. It's not super like it gets pretty in depth, but it's not like a mind breaker or anything. But I love Blue Lock, and I love Bashra Beggar. Or fuck, I love Bashra Megger, and fucking love football. So yeah, I did it. I am an hour and 23 minutes into recording this. My computer's gonna fucking explode from the lack of storage I'm gonna have to render this video. And then I have to edit an hour and 23 minute video, by the way. I'm not fond of that. I kind of wanted to do this to make it easier on myself, but that clearly didn't work out. So, yeah. But here's the final list. These are ordered by tiers. I guess I should have said that an hour and 23 minutes ago. But these are ordered within the tiers themselves. Yeah. Man. Anime, am I right? Yeah, I guess I download it now. While we do that, I think the intention with this, right? The intention with having to do this is to give me motivation to just drop more content. I wanted to do this because it's something I've been wanting to do for a while, like for a long while now. But now that I've done it, I feel like I can sit through and edit this, and it won't be like super bad. I wanted something easy to do, which I have now left myself with an hour and 25 minutes to do. But I'm gonna do it. Thank you for watching. If you, for some fucking reason, watched through this whole thing, I don't know what the fuck's wrong with you. This is way longer than I expected it to be. And I really didn't go in depth on a lot of these. I did on a few, but I tried my best to be as interesting and engaging as I could with this. So, thank you for watching. I don't know when the next video will be. Hopefully, it'll be soon. If you liked this, leave down in the comment. I have other tier list ideas on things that are a lot less small, like a lot smaller than this list. So if you'd be interested in seeing that, like an album list that my favorite albums, I can go into that pretty heavily. Yeah, stuff like that. Anyway, thank you for watching. I'll see you guys when I see you.